Now, a lot of people were asking me why I've built this huge pull-out drawer. Why didn't I just put my plastic tubs in the back of the van without using this drawer, saving myself a lot of space? Well, the fact of the matter is, it's quite simple. Because this underbed storage area is so very deep, when I pull this drawer out, it gives me access to the back of it, and on the back I can put maybe a sup board, fold out bike. A lot of people have asked me, where am I going to put the bike? Well, there's your answer. It can go on the back of this drawer. Really simple. But the main reason I built this is because I wanted to. It's as simple as that. I wanted to build a pull-out drawer for the back of my Mercedes Vario camper van. What other reason do you need other than I wanted to? And another question people have been asking me, how comes I'm using old AGM batteries? Again, fact is, these are left over from my Sprinter van build. Since building my Sprinter, I fitted a power pack in there, and I'm running my Sprinter entirely off of that big power pack. So these batteries were redundant. So I figured, why not try and fit these batteries inside the Vario? Then that way I can have all my 12 volts coming from these batteries, all my 240 volt coming from the power pack that's in here, keeping both 240 volt and 12 volt completely separate from each other. And again, why am I doing this? Purely because I want to. As most of my regular viewers will know, I do like to experiment. I do like to mess around with stuff and try different things out, just for shits and giggles. That's all it is. And you are more than welcome to watch me. After all, that's why I make videos. Right. Now, where do I begin? I'm guessing the best place to begin is at the start. Let's start by opening this up again. Oh yeah, and this is another reason I wanted this to be able to slide out, so I can get in here. So I can actually get in here. I can work on my electrics that are going to be up here. I've got access to my water tank should I need it, access to my diesel heater, and all I need to do is pull that big drawer out, and I can climb in behind it and do whatever I need to do. Right, so let's measure the height of this. It's just a tad over 9 inches high. My batteries are only 8 inches high, so that's only going to give me an inch clearance above these. I think I want a bit more than that. So I'm going to raise the height of this by simply using some battens, and the good thing about doing that is if I raise it high enough, these cables will be hidden underneath the false floor. Also, these can go up the corner as well. These are the diesel heater cables. I don't want these batteries sliding forward and slamming into my heater, so the first thing I'm going to do is screw a batten down to the floor to stop these moving. I have to say I'm really pleased how this is starting to look. Now originally I was thinking about making an inspection hatch in the top of here so I can get to my batteries and get to the diesel heater. But then I thought to myself, how often do you need to access your batteries? Very rarely, I think. So what I'm going to do is actually leave this in one piece, make some sides for it and make those sides quite substantial so this rests on top, and maybe hold it down with a few screws, one in each corner maybe, and just leave it like that. So if ever I do need to access my batteries, or more than likely my diesel heater, all I need to do is undo a couple of screws, or maybe I'll make some clips. Am I overthinking it? Anyway, I think I'll just screw it for now. Then if ever I do need to access what's under here, I simply undo a couple of screws, take the whole thing off, and then that way I can reach inside and get to everything. It's going to be a lot better doing it like that, I think. Yeah, and a lot easier. A lot easier. Right, let's make some sides for this. Spot on. Going to put some gloves on because the sun's gone down and it really is absolutely freezing. The temperature's dropped. Right, let's make some buttons to hold all this together. Now I've decided to leave this open like this. After all, I need air to get in there to the diesel heater. So rather than box that in, I'm simply going to leave it open. I think that's probably a good idea. Right, but I do need to make a hole this end for those yellow cables to come through, because they need to go to my consumer unit, which is going to be up here, unfortunately. Right, so I've got to take all this out before I screw it down, just so I can make one hole. Now I am absolutely loving the look of this grey phenolic ply under their bed here. So I've decided, rather than varnish all of this area, I'm actually going to paint it, hopefully, a matching grey. I really do like grey, as you can probably tell by the colour of my overalls, and I love the way the orange pops as well. So maybe I'm going to copy my overalls on the inside of the van. What do you think? Let me know what you think. Should I go orange and grey underneath the bed area? Maybe I'll end up doing it throughout the entire van. It wasn't what I had planned, but I'm really liking the look of this. Anyway, the water tank at the back there, I want to kind of box that in as well. So I need to sort out some electrics for that, because I've got an electric sender on it. Right, where would I begin? Maybe I need to clear all this first. Oh yeah, I've been going to Homebase a lot lately. They've got a sale on, and this morning I brought a load of fittings and fixtures. Some of them were reduced so much, they were like 10 pence a packet. Absolutely astonishing, the prices. They're giving stuff away, so if you've got a Homebase near you, get down there and grab yourself a bargain. No, this isn't a sponsored video. But for instance, these are usually £20 a pack. They're now £10 a pack. I actually got more than I need. But who could blame me, right? Oh, let me give you another example of something I bought the other day. Hang on, let me just go back here and get it. Because this was ridiculously cheap. Now, where did I throw it? It was so cheap. I threw it somewhere. So this grill, they're usually £4.50. I got this for 45p because it was 90% off. Now originally, again, this is how quickly things can change. So originally I was going to leave this area open down here. Let me just move the camera so you can actually see what I'm talking about. A lot easier if I come in here and show you as well. So this area here I was just going to leave open so that the air for the diesel heater can flow in. But because this grill was on special offer, 45p, I thought that would be perfect for in there. doesn't that finish it off lovely like that? Just got to fix it in place. But first I'm going to move all of this, and in that way it's going to make it a lot easier for me to paint all underneath here before I do any of the electrics, because all my electrics are going to go up here, all of them, all the electrics. When I say all the electrics, what I mean is a consumer unit and a inverter. That's pretty much it. Everything else obviously is in the power pack. Right, let's get my screwdriver out and get rid of some of this stuff. Now, I did only put this bed in here because I wanted to get the feel for it, to see how I felt about it being at this height. Also, when I was moving into this barn, I needed the extra storage space. This thing was rammed with stuff when I come here, so I needed to, yeah, just maximise the amount of stuff I could actually get in here. So now that I've done that, I'm here, I can take it out again. In hindsight, it probably would have been easier if I'd taken this out when I started building all of this. But it wasn't priority at the time, so it doesn't matter. Should be perfectly fine under there. Nearly there. See, it didn't take long, did it? It's very quick and easy. It's not a drama. And that's what I love about this van bed design that I came up with. It's really simple, it's really easy to remove and adjust as well. More importantly, I can actually adjust the height of this bed should I need to. Maybe I'm doing this the wrong way round. Maybe I should have painted all of this before even putting any of this stuff in here. But hey, it's what it is. You do these things, you live and learn. Like I say, I was going to varnish all of this, but now I've decided to paint it. To be fair, if I hadn't been evicted from my last workplace, evicted, thrown out, ostracised, whatever you want to call it, if I hadn't been removed from my last workshop, chances are I would have varnished all of this before doing any more work under here. So it did kind of throw me a little bit. But hey, that's in the past. Done is done. We can only move on. Onwards and upwards, as they say. That's exactly what I intend to do. Move onwards and upwards. Yeah, I'm going to take this out and paint up to the top of this. Yeah, paint that entire panel. Yeah. See, it's good not to glue things sometimes, so it does make adjustments easier. That's why I don't like to glue stuff permanently if I don't have to, because I can move stuff around like this. Little Robin's back. Warms my heart, he does. Well, once again, I've been to Home Base and grabbed myself an absolute bargain. This is their home brand. It's called Turtle Dove. It's a matte and it's for walls and ceilings, and apparently it's perfect for under the bed of your camper van. And again, because Home Base are having a sale, it was reduced from £24 to £12. So it doesn't quite match, but I don't mind, not for 12 quid anyway. Right, let's see how well it goes on. There we go, that is 4 coats and 2 days. Yes, this is the second day. I've actually put 4 coats on this. It keeps drying all blotchy, but that's it now. I've run out of time because it is Christmas Eve. So I'm going to leave this, let it dry over Christmas. Also, I'm going to go off on the hunt for treasure. Yes, at last. I'm finally going to get away and go to somewhere hot and sunny and look for some treasure. But if you want to see that video, hang on, let me come down and I'll explain. Now, I've actually decided to start a new YouTube channel because the YouTube algorithm and the way it works, it will confuse the YouTube algorithm if I start uploading treasure hunting videos on this channel. After all, this channel is all about camper vans, and YouTube simply won't know where to put or place those videos, and it'll probably damage this channel, and my treasure hunting videos won't be presented to the right audience. So unfortunately, I'm actually forced into creating a new channel purely focusing on metal detecting and treasure hunting. And because I get a lot of comments on this channel about the way I speak, because I grew up on the outskirts of London, I've got a little bit of a Cockney accent. So I've decided to call my new treasure hunting channel the Cockney Treasure Hunter. If that's something that interests you, I'll leave a link to that new channel right here. There are some videos there purely for your enjoyment. Do go check it out. So I want to end this video by wishing you all a prosperous and healthy 2025. I'll see you there.